Welcome back, my legends, and today I'm going to explain the big reveal that Pathfinder told us in his latest cinematic, The Truth, that he has a son, Sonfinder. So I'm making a theory about how Sonfinder could play a big role in the Titanfall Apex universe, so let's begin. Now to start with, a lot of people are going to ask if there's any background information about Sonfinder or any hints towards him in the lore, and the answer is no. Now if you've seen my latest video about Pathfinder's creators or read the Pathfinder's quest book, The Truth, you will know that Sonfinder kinda was not meant to be part of the lore, but the writers just for some reason decided, wait a minute, now that Pathfinder found his purpose in finding his creators, he kinda needs a new purpose, and they decided to make him find his son. And for the people wondering what was the inspiration for Sonfinder, basically a long time ago in the Grand Strory event, people could get this tracker for Pathfinder, and so what happened is that people decided to take away the torso and make Pathfinder look like a small finder, and of course the internet being the internet, people made memes about it, and I think this is what inspired the writers to make Sonfinder and make him canon. Now, lore-wise, does this make any sense? No. You see, in the Pathfinder's quest book, the group took about a month to make Pathfinder, and once they created him, they said specifically it was gonna take him about a year to teach him everything he needs to know about working in the refinery with Branthium, which will mean that Sonfinder should have been learning with Pathfinder at the exact same time, which he doesn't. And also, one of Pathfinder's creators, Stay, being the robotics engineer of the group, she never really mentioned about building a spare Pathfinder just in case. So all this lets me know is that Pathfinder's son was never meant to be canon, and that idea came up later on when they realized they wanted to continue Pathfinder's story. So even though it looks like Sonfinder was never supposed to be canon, I don't personally mind, because I have a theory that not only could go well with the lore, but also explain how Pathfinder's son is going to be very crucial to the lore in the future. Now, we're going to start from the beginning when Kuven Bliss asked Pathfinder if he ever found out about something. Now, Pathfinder looked confused and asked him if there's more to the story, and Kuven Bliss said that there's a small detail. Now, in the cinematic, that small detail was that they made another hymn out of Pathfinder's spare part. Now, why is this important? Well, because Pathfinder is very special. You see, Pathfinder was made out of special material from Hammond Robotics, which will explain why Kuven Bliss said that his son is worth a lot of money, because that armor that Pathfinder and his son have is worth a lot because it could withstand high temperatures of heat. Not only that, but if you remember in the Fight Night cinematic, Pathfinder withstood a bullet from a modded Rampart gun. So his armor is no joke. Now some people are going to say, but Kev, what about in the cinematic, how Ash was able to cut through his armor and able to destroy his joints? Well, that's because in the quest book, Ashley Reed says she read his schematics to know his weak spots. So Pathfinder does have weak spots. Now, point is that there's a small finder out there that is heat resistant, that is bullet resistant, and best part of all, it's unprogrammed. You see, Pathfinder was programmed by his good creators to do good things for the Outland. So my guess is that this small finder, it's still not programmed or awake, because otherwise he would have found Pathfinder a long time ago, since he is a legend. So I feel like there's going to be a race to find Pathfinder's son because of how valuable he is. Now the last question I want to answer is, who do I think made Pathfinder's son? Now, some people are going to say it was Stay, but I like to believe it was Newton Summers. I would like to believe he survived the blast, grew up old like we see in the cinematics, but in that time, he made a small Pathfinder in honor of his friends who sacrificed their lives to save the Outlands. So that's my theory on Sonfinder. I'll see you 9 months from now when I turn out to be correct, and peace.
I stumble in the dark, I wish shattered, 'cause I'm finally unbreakable. Can I wish to ever know what's the color of my soul? Deep and burn inside, I feel like I'm hurt so bad, I'll still pretend that I'm strong. Can I wish to ever know what's the real shape of my soul forever?